5月24号晚，神舟23号成功发射，首位港产航天员黎佳莹圆梦太空。黎佳莹有多重身份，既是香港女警司，3个孩子的母亲，又是数据科学博士。此次从香港飞向天宫，为国家航天史写下了崭新的一页，也给无数港人以鼓励。香港大学太空研究实验室总监柏昆廷教授在接受香港中通社专访时表示，香港首位载荷专家入选神舟23号任务，不仅是个人的荣耀，更是一项具有深远意义的战略决策。他认为，这充分体现了国家对香港科研能力的认可与信任。
Having this mother of three, policewoman, a Hong Kong U graduate with a PhD in computer science and forensics, going to space on the Shenzhou 23 mission is amazing. I mean, everybody at Hong Kong U is proud of her, and the city is proud of her as a scientist to be a mission payload specialist. That is a great role model, I think, for getting women into the harder sciences and into things like robotics and AI and engineering, which is where we need this opportunity to our city and also to Macau to have a taikonaut. Was a strategic decision showing great trust in the ability of Hong Kong to deliver the right stuff, as they say.
谈到香港航天发展的整体生态时，柏昆廷指出，目前香港所有的顶尖大学都已参与了全球太空任务。他深信，未来香港完全可以成为全球太空中心。
If you look at the ecosystem in our city for space missions, all our top universities are now involved. Globally elite universities are involved. Then you look beyond that, you look at new space, and you look at commercial space activities, and you say, well, Hong Kong has 16 aerospace companies already, but it's more than that. It's our role as an IP powerhouse, global powerhouse, where investments can come in from the mainland and overseas for new space companies. And, you know, we have a global compliance and arbitration center, which can help with regulations in new space and for space sustainability. You know, I recently launched a brand new NGO as part of the space sustainability parallel workshop we held recently in Hong Kong. Between May the 4th and the 8th, we ran the largest ever astrophysics and space science meeting our city's ever seen. Because my firm belief is Hong Kong can emerge as a global hub for space sustainability, serving China and the world in this capacity because of all the cards we hold.
在“十五五”规划纲要中，中国首次将航天强国写入5年规划重点任务，同时明确将商业航天从战略性新兴产业提升到国家新兴支柱产业。柏昆廷表示，这一决策体现了中国对发展方向的清晰判断，这也将对香港产生积极影响。他呼吁香港尽快设立航天局。
In the 15th five-year plan, it was announced that aerospace, commercial aerospace, new space was being elevated to a strategic national pillar. And when you put that in context, the current aerospace commercial companies in China represent 1.5 to a maximum of 2% of the GDP. But yet it's become a strategic national pillar. Why? Because of the direction of travel that they can see within the government. And so I think that's a really important development. It should certainly have knock-on impacts for Hong Kong too. Very positive ones, I believe. We're still waiting in Hong Kong to set up a space office. Now, this has been talked about for quite some time. There was a Chief Executive Policy Unit meeting roundtable in mid-January, which I attended along with some other academics, but also people from other stakeholders in industry and technology and in insurance and in legal, etc. And some aerospace companies from the mainland were around the table to talk about this. And it was that everybody spoke with one voice when they said, we need a space office. I know that governments take time. They need to look into these things carefully. You can't rush it. You need to set it up with a proper framework and with the right foundations. And I agree with that. So we need to do this properly with the right people, with the right advice.
近年来，中国载人航天持续向世界敞开大门。4月底，首批外籍航天员选拔工作圆满结束，2名巴基斯坦籍候选人脱颖而出，并已进入中国航天员科研训练中心，与中国航天员一起参加任务训练。完成训练后，其中1人将以载荷专家的身份进入中国空间站，成为首位踏上天宫的外籍航天员。柏昆廷表示，这是一个重要的进步。他期待中国空间站能够进一步扩大国际合作，在地缘政治复杂环境下建立全球信任，支持多极世界航天发展。
And I care about the future of Hong Kong, and I want it to to keep progressing, and especially in aerospace, new space and space sustainability, because that's the things I know about, those are the things I care about. I hope will be a broader international engagement with Chinese Heavenly Palace space station, which is cutting edge in many respects. And I think and I know that it's going to grow, it's going to get bigger. It's like Lego, you can add bits to it, and basically one very large scientific laboratory. So I hope these can be revisited as we build trust again across the world in what is emerging the multipolar world. And I think this needs to happen. And so I'm very positive about these developments, not just that, that China's putting non-military people on board, but now also people from other countries, starting with Pakistan, which is a major step. So yes, it's very good development.
白昆廷是世界著名天体物理学家，于2015年3月从澳大利亚天文台和悉尼麦考瑞大学来到香港大学。作为香港大学太空研究实验室总监，白昆廷表示，香港是一座国际化的城市，汇聚全球人才，其超级联系人的独特定位，可在国家和国际航天合作中发挥不可替代的作用。
Exciting times for the Chinese space program. Lots of exciting plans and developments going forward, not just with Tiangong Space Station and the Mengtian and Zhengtian modules and the Chinese Space Station telescope and the comet asteroid mission that's out there at the moment with Tianwen-2 and the Tianwen-3 mission coming up and International Lunar Research Station and other plans. It's just an amazing series of ambitious but achievable plans that China's put in motion. And if you look over the track record of what they've done over the last 10 years in particular, everything has been a success. Can somebody point out to me a failure yet? No, not really. So that's, fantastic. I've come to appreciate the capacity, the intent, and the research abilities of the Chinese space program, but more broadly, the scientific infrastructure and the tremendous universities that have been developed in China. And I think that China is really serious about being a responsible spacefaring nation, as a decent global citizen, through its Belt and Road Initiative and through BRICS and through other global governance initiatives that it's put forward. Our city is a super connector, and I think that's still true. I think that gives us special status within China, special abilities to do things that are harder to do in other jurisdictions. And I think that makes us valuable, useful, but also gives us tremendous responsibility that we need to recognize that we must live up to these very high level responsibilities and do our very best.